Hello, this is Johnny Campbell, the Transition Man here. I'm a change and generational marketing expert, and I'm here today to share with you some simple concepts about change and how you can embrace change in the new year and how you can manage change in your own life. And one of the interesting things that I've seen over time is that when you really start to talk about change and how one can embrace it, sometimes we have a problem with change. Most people don't like change. They don't want to really deal with change. But change change in its really sense is within us. It's not something outside of us, but within us. And to really seek to change your life, you first have to look at your values. Your value system shapes your reality. And anyone that's seeking to change their life, they must first look at what they put a value on first. The first step is understanding what you put a value on. Because anything that you put a value on is something that you will actually do something about. And in the real grand scheme of things, change is merely the end result of a successful transition. See, in life, it's all about the transitions. We have to move through things to achieve our results. That transition is what we're going through. The result is the change that we achieve or have in our lives. So really, it's that transition where the stumbling occurs. It's not really the change, but the change is always within us. So your first step is to look at what you value first and what you put a value on. When you're trying to change your life, you got to look at your value systems first. Once you look at your value systems, then the next thing that you can start doing is you can start really thinking about what is it that I really want to have in my life. But even before you think about what you want to have in your life, I always tell everyone to think about what you don't want in your life. Be sure to write down what you don't want in your life because you need to be able to quantify it and see it. Because as you go through life, opportunities, situations come up, and you've got to be able to clearly identify this is not what I want. So writing down what you don't want is just as important as writing down what you do want to see happen in your life. You got to know clearly. So write down what you don't want, then your next step is write down what you do want. And then you start to look at the value of what you really want. How much does it mean to you? How important is it to you? By doing that, you start this transitional process by understanding what you put a value on. The next step in that journey here, after you know what you value, and now that you know what you want, the next step is doing something about it every single day. And simply, if you want to change your life, you've got to do activities every day that cause your life to change. You can't just do things. You got to do things that have an end result in mind. Result-oriented activities every single day. That's what you got to do. Every single day, a result-oriented activity. And you got to give yourself a report card on those activities. Is this activity taking me closer to my goal or is it taking me further away? Use that as a measure. And as you reach milestones in your success, as you reach milestones in your progress, you need to celebrate. What happens to people many times is they don't even celebrate the journey. They're so busy waiting to celebrate when they get to the promised land. You need to celebrate during the journey. And why is that? It gives you courage. It gives you strength. It keeps you confident that you can move forward. Celebrate the journey. The next step on there is simply, you've got to give yourself a due date for success. In your life right now, if you're like me, you got bills. And those bills have a due date on it. The question is, do you have a due date on your success? Everything has due dates, expectation dates. There's a date when you were supposed to be born. There was a date when things are supposed to happen. Everything is driven by dates. You've got to have a date for your success. And here's what happens. When you have a due date for your success, you move toward it more aggressively because you know that day is coming. And then finally, once you've achieved your success, once you've achieved this thing you're looking for, you need to buy something for yourself, a symbol that represents that success. That's why we have trophies. Those trophies remind us that on that day, we were the best we were ever could be. When it comes to achieving things and changing your life, you got to give yourself these awards. These awards affirm you and give you the confidence to continue to move forward. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are just a few ideas of the many ideas that I have about how to change your life. I hope you found them helpful. Look at the website that I've listed below or on the next clip. Join my newsletter there and stay plugged in as more videos are to come. My name is Johnny Campbell. I'm the transition man. And always remember this: the elevator to success is broken. You're going to have to take the stairs.